Hello, a very good evening. Welcome to the Mega News at 6 News coming to you live from our studios, NBN TV, 10th Avenue Extension, Great Estate, Nungwa, Adugono. Let's first take a look at our headlines and we'll bring you details of the stories. Mahama honors a chart new chapter for Ghana-Jamaica ties. In business, BOG Governor Johnson Esiama directs banks to cut bad loans to 10% by end of 2026. On the international front, more than 150 migrants rescued after a boat catches fire in English Canal. My name is El Samuels. The news is also live across our social media handles on MBN 360. We'll bring you details of this story, bring you business, also sports, entertainment, and we'll venture into the foreign front right after this break. In our first story, Ghana and Jamaica have pledged to deepen diplomatic and economic cooperation as President John Dramani Mahama and Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness held a high-level talks aimed at strengthening relations between the two Commonwealth nations. President John Dramani Mahama and Jamaica Prime Minister Andrew Holness have reaffirmed their commitment to building stronger ties between Ghana and Jamaica following bilateral discussions in Kingston. The two leaders explored opportunities to expand cooperation in trade, tourism, agriculture, education, culture, and investment, whilst also pledging closer collaboration on regional and global issues. President Mahama described the meeting as the beginning of a renewed partnership rooted in shared history, culture, and inspiration of both nations. Prime Minister Holness welcomed the commitment, saying stronger engagement would create new opportunities for economic growth and people-to-people exchanges. The visit is expected to pave the way for new agreement and increased collaboration between Accra and Kingston as both countries seek to unlock the full potential of their long-standing relationship. Meanwhile, the President John Dramani Mahama says Ghana will champion stronger trade and investment links between the Caribbean and Africa by encouraging greater Caribbean participation in African Continental Free Trade Area. President John Dramani Mahama has announced plans to promote closer economic ties between the Caribbean and Africa through the African Continental Free Trade Area, or AFTA. Speaking during his visit to Jamaica, President Mahama said Ghana would work with Caribbean leaders to explore pathways for stronger trade, investment, and business partnership under the continent's landmark free trade agreement. He noted that Africa and the Caribbean share deep historical and cultural connections, adding that expanding economic cooperation would create new opportunities for businesses, entrepreneurs, and young people on both sides of the Atlantic. The initiative is expected to strengthen commercial relations between Africa and Caribbean nations whilst reinforcing South-South cooperation and unlocking new markets for goods, services, and investments.
The last AU conference, the Caribbean was accepted and duly acknowledged as the 7th region of Africa. And so it allows the Caribbean to CARICOM to sit in AU meetings and to hold discussions affecting Africa and the Caribbean in AU meetings. And so I think that has been a major step forward. When I was speaking with Mr. Prime Minister, I said that one of the things that I would champion when I become AU chair next year, Ghana is assuming the chair of the African Union next year, is to expand the remit of the African Continental Free Trade Area to include the Caribbean. We've set up the African Continental Free Trade Area that allows us to export goods duty-free and tariff-free into each other's markets. That's a 1.4 billion population market, and that also is a 1.3 trillion GDP economy. And so we can plug the Caribbean in so that we can exchange goods between Africa and the Caribbean duty-free, tariff-free. And so that's one of the proposals that I'll take up.
In another story, the chairman of Ghana's Constitutional Review Committee, Professor Henry Kwesi Prempeh, has called on Ghanaians to approach constitutional reform with a national mindset rather than partisan interests, urging citizens to help build a constitution that serves future generations. The chairman of the Constitutional Review Committee, Professor Henry Kwesi Prempeh, has urged Ghanaians to put national interests ahead of partisan politics as the country considers reforms to the 1992 Constitution. Speaking at a public engagement in Accra, Professor Prempeh said constitutional reforms must be guided by broad national consensus rather than political interests of any government or party. He stressed that the objective is to strengthen Ghana's democratic institutions and improve governance for generations to come. He encouraged citizens, civil society groups, and political actors to actively participate in the review process, saying a constitution should unite the nation and reflect the aspiration of all Ghanaians. The Constitutional Review Committee continues its nationwide consultation as it prepares recommendations for amendment to the 1992 Constitution. Now moving into the corridors of power, where the private legal practitioner and also activist Oliver Becker-Vermeulen says the court's decision in the Maxlock trial has exposed significant gaps in prosecution evidence, raising broader questions about the handling of high-profile corruption cases. Private legal practitioner and activist Oliver Becker-Vermeulen says the recent court ruling in the Maxlock case highlights the weaknesses in the evidence presented by the prosecution. Commenting on the decision, Becker-Vermeulen argued that the ruling demonstrates the importance of a thorough investigation and a strong prosecutorial preparation before corruption-related cases are brought before the courts. He said whilst the fight against corruption remains essential, prosecutions must be backed by credible and compelling evidence capable of meeting the legal burden of proof. His remarks follows the court's decision to discharge the former Maxlock chief executive after ruling that the prosecution has failed to establish a case requiring the accused to open a defense. The case has renewed public debate over the conduct of corruption prosecutions and the need to strengthen investigative and prosecutorial processes to ensure accountability and public confidence in the justice system.
I am very concerned about the ways in which we go from investigation to formulating a charge and prosecuting. Because in the UK, which I'm familiar with, when the investigative authorities have prepared this, there's a responsibility on the prosecutorial authorities to sit down and sift through all of them and then make a decision whether or not they have reached a charging position before they go ahead and formulate a charge. The person says that Sedina continued to call us to be able to receive the money. There's nothing in evidence that shows consistent communication between Sedina and the individual concerned. Now, I am not saying that the money was not paid to Sedina. I am not in a position to say so. I'm saying that when I just look at how the investigative record was built towards establishing guilt, it just took the fact that this person says, this is a letter we have, and that it shows that the money was paid, and left it as such. I do not think that's sufficient, particularly in a situation where the person does not admit that this in fact happened. Then there's more required for you to do. Then there's a question of this disbursement to beneficiaries that the Court of Appeal found was insufficient, that in fact there had been an audit by Bafo-Ewa and Associates in connection with this. And since Bafo-Ewa was not called to speak to this, they claim that there's a claim that money was paid to beneficiaries where there was no contact to be able to contact them, to be able to verify. I just don't understand the sort of.
Moving on, we go to the floor of Parliament, where the chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Education, Honorable Natsuko Kwesi Peter, says strengthening parliamentary oversight is essential in improving education delivery as the committee begins a 3-day capacity building program. The chairman of Parliament's Select Committee on Education, Honorable Kwesi Peter, has called for stronger parliamentary oversight to improve accountability and outcomes in Ghana's education sector. Speaking at the opening of a 3-day oversight training program at Parliament House in Accra, the committee chairman said the workshop would equip members with the skills needed to effectively scrutinize education policies, budget, and programs. He stressed that the robust oversight is key to ensuring quality education and value for public spending. The training brings together members of the committee to strengthen their oversight responsibilities and enhance Parliament's role in promoting an efficient and accountable education system. Now, moving away from the committee set up for education, we go to the Upper East region where heavy rainfall has triggered flooding in Sandema, leaving roads impassable, submerging homes and disrupting daily life in parts of the town. Residents of Sandema in Ghana's Upper East region are assessing the damage after heavy rains caused widespread flooding across the town. The downpour inundated homes, submerged farmlands and cut off several roads, making it difficult for residents and motorists to move between affected communities. Local authorities and emergency responders are monitoring the situation as efforts to continue assess the extent of damage and provide assistance to affected households. The flooding is the latest reminder of the impact of intense seasonal rains, with calls for improved drainage infrastructure and disaster preparedness to reduce the risk to lives and property. You're still live on the evening bulletin from our studios on MBN TV. We're going for a quick break. When we return, business and the details is with Na Dede Gogo.
Let me introduce you to Farm Global Company Limited. At Farm Global, we offer you a variety of groceries and provisions to choose from. Cosmetics, perfumes, bed sheets, undies, boxes, you can mention all. This is our perfume stand, and we have a variety of perfumes you can choose from for yourself and your loved ones. We cover Latapa, fragrance notes, and quality perfumes that will last long on your body. On our cosmetic section, we have variety of lotions, creams, hair pomade that can keep you going. Let your feet do the talking and your hand do the showcasing. Your babies are not left out. We got you covered. At Farm Global, we make shopping a beautiful experience for you and your family. You can be at home, send your list and get it delivered for free. Yes, for free. We know you can pay for it, but we want to show appreciation. We bring everything to you at your doorstep. Locate Farm Global on the Nungwa-Boade Road, just opposite Redeemer Chemist. Call us on 0592 0999 52 or 050 384 3633. Farm Global, fast, reliable, and convenient.
Welcome back from the break. This is the business news with me, Na Dede Gogo. In business, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Lesiama, has directed commercial banks to reduce their non-performing loans to 10% or below by the end of 2026, as the central banks moves to strengthen the stability of fiscal sector. The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Lesiama, has tasked commercial banks to intensify efforts to reduce bad loans and bring their non-performing loan ratio down to 10% or less by the end of 2026. Dr. Lesiama says improving asset quality remains critical to building a stronger banking sector capable of supporting businesses and economic growth. The directive requires banks to strengthen credit risk management, improve loan recovery system, and adopt more prudent lending practices. The Bank of Ghana says the move forms part of measures to safeguard financial stability, protect depositors, and ensure banks remain resilient in supporting Ghana's economic recovery. Still in business, Ghanaian pharmaceutical company Intravenous Infusion Limited has returned to profitability after recording a major financial turnaround. making a significant recovery for the company listed on Ghana Stock Exchange.
Intravenous Infusion Limited has announced a return to profitability following a major restructuring effort aimed at stabilizing its operations and improving financial performance. The company, which produces intravenous fluids and other pharmaceutical products, says the turnaround was driven by improved operational efficiency, stronger cost management, and renewed focus on its core businesses. The development marks a recovery for the firm after years of financial difficulties that affected its performance on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Market analysts say the return to profits could strengthen investor confidence and support efforts to revive local pharmaceutical manufacturing in Ghana. The company's recovery comes amid broader calls for increased investment in domestic pharmaceutical production to reduce dependence on imported medical supplies.
Let's go for a break. El Samuels brings the rest of the stories.
Mfitiasie no menene kunu eware wo odro ene asumdwe kwan so yawawe na chi no mene kwacho ba hotel papa bi say be sepeyo.
What? A team for so crown na maye.
Bibia wo nyankopon sem.
Ekoba ne san me kunu antina se.
Edro botum waje wo eye EDEC SM Bitters. Waa. Eni gia befi. We na me de yempaibo EDEC SM Bitters timase mama me
sa wa warrior mu enije bewie wo paya
na ye kamfo EDEC SM Bitters
Mrs. wa oyem yo nyina monno me no okọ one.
Welcome back. I'm bringing you the update from the business desk. It's now time to turn our attention to the sporting arena, where thousands of mourners have gathered in Milan, Italy, to pay their final respect to football icon Franco Baresi, as the city honors one of the greatest defenders in the history of the sport.
The streets of Milan have been filled with mourners, fans and football players as they gathered to bid farewell to Italian football legend Franco Baresi. The former AC Milan captain was remembered for his leadership, defensive brilliance and loyalty during a remarkable career that made him one of the most respected figures in world football. Tributes poured in from former teammates, coaches and supporters who celebrated Baresi's contribution to Italian football and his influence on generations of defenders. Known for his intelligence, composure and commitment on the pitch, Baresi became a symbol of AC Milan's golden era and helped the club achieve major domestic and international success. Football fans across Italy joined Milan residents in mourning a player widely regarded as one of the game's all-time greats.
Away from that sad story for the made a soul of Baresi, one of the greatest football icon from the Italian football, rest in peace. We move to the entertainment segment, where Ghanaian British rapper and singer Dako is set to collaborate with Nigerian Afrobeat star Asake on the new single titled That Girl, in a partnership expected to blend the distinct sound and expand their global reach.
Ghanaian British artist Darko is joining forces with Nigerian Afrobeat sensation Asake for a new collaboration titled That Girl. The upcoming release brings together Darko's fusion of Afrobeats, rap and urban sounds with Aseke's signature energetic style that has gained international recognition. The collaboration adds to a growing list of cross-border partnerships between African artists as musicians continue to use Afrobeats as a platform to reach audiences around the world. Fans are eagerly awaiting the release with expectations that the song will further strengthen the global influence of African music.
And as it from the entertainment and also sports, we turn our attention to the foreign front right after this break.
How can we some look fast? Mama, me again. Let's go, Yale. Me call you, ma'am. Who hear me? Man, to me, and sent my friend, doctor, when I'm crossing over. See what was swearing. She has malaria. Malaria. Oh, what they say with the router? Me copy the absence here. A drone, a friend, router mixer. Yeah, come on, a draw. And running so that trap and the draw ku abaso body ase wabo ruta mixture abaso ruta natural products no ne ruta mixture ya e dikutia atridi ruta tonic and the ruta life wa e huhuru e feel slide body e feel nipadua mu na support immune system no ruta de obi ase FDA age dwede nkrato ya tu.
Welcome back. On the international front, more than 150 migrants have been rescued after a small boat carrying them caught fire whilst attempting to cross the English Channel, triggering a major emergency response by rescue teams. More than 150 migrants have been brought to safety after the boat they were traveling in caught fire in English Canal. Emergency crews responded after vessel carrying people attempting the dangerous crossing experienced difficulties at sea. Rescue teams from the United Kingdom and France worked to evacuate those on board and prevent further loss of life. The incident has renewed concerns over the continued use of small boats by migrants seeking to reach the UK. Despite repeated warnings about the dangers of the journey, authorities say investigations are underway as efforts continue to address the wide migration crisis affecting the Channel routes. Away from the rescue from the Channel group from the UK, we move to Africa, where Cameroonian President Paul Biya, the world's oldest 7th president, has reshuffled the country's military leadership as his prolonged absence from the public view continues to raise questions over his health and the direction of the government. Cameroon's President Paul Biya has ordered changes to the country's military command structure amidst growing uncertainty over his extended absence from public appearance. The 93-year-old leader, who has ruled Cameroon since 1982, approved a series of military appointments, including changes affecting commanders in several military regions and the promotion of senior officers. The reshuffle comes as President Biya's absence from the public eye has sparked speculation about his health and increased calls for greater transparency from opposition groups and civil society actors. Government officials insist the state remains fully functional, while supporters of the president say the military changes are part of the routine efforts to strengthen national security. President Paul Biya remains the world's oldest 7th head of state, with his long tenure continuing to shape debate about leadership transition and political stability in Cameroon. And that brings us to the end of this evening, a bulletin live and direct from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Great Estate, Nungwa at Dogono. This is MBN TV. But before we take leave of you, we take a second look at the stories making headlines. Mahama honors a new chapter for Ghana-Jamaica ties. In business, BOG Governor Johnson Esiama directs banks to cut bad loans to 10% by end of 2026. On the international front, more than 150 migrants rescued after a boat catches fire in English Canal. Thanks for staying with us. The news came to you live from our studios. We're also live across all our social media handles on MBN 360. For more news, log on to MBN 360 Business. News was brought to you by Nadede Gogo. My name is El Samuels. We say have a good evening.
MBN, the Gospel, News and Entertainment.
It's your grace that has kept me. Lord, I am grateful, so I have come into...
God bless you and bless you and bless you. 30 years ago, in September, first week, 1st to 6th, God gave us a commission to reach out to villages, to individuals, to families. And by the grace of God, we are celebrating that 30 years from 1st to 6th September. Every life won, every soul baptized into the kingdom of God, every village imparted with water well, mosquito nets, medical missions, crusades, leadership training, missions, feeding children, the aged, every life transformed, community imparted, all because of the goodness and the power of God. So we are inviting you from 1st September to 6th September, morning and evening. And we are expecting His Excellency, the President of the land, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to be part with this celebration. We're also expecting one of the notable Ghanaians distinguished statesmen, Bishop Dominic Alote, all the way from New York, and also Apostle General of Royal House, Apostle Sam Kranche Ankara. We are expecting also Prophetess Nasum, all the way from Germany. We're also expecting Bishop E.A.T. Saki from Lighthouse. God be the glory, Apostle Abraham Lamti, the General Overseer of Believers House of Worship. It's going to be a glorious moment, and Prophet Richard Odro from God's Ambassadors. Look, in these 6 days of morning, afternoon, and evening, we are inviting everyone that are being past member, new member, those who have watched Maranatha TV now, MBN TV, those who have been blessed by God, from chiefs to people that are passed through the church. We are inviting you all. Let it be 6 days of open heavens in Nungwa at our church conference grounds. God bless you. Let me see you. And we are also going to have some notable song ministers. Maranatha Minstrel Choir will be here. And we are also expecting Akese Brimpong and Perez Music. It's going to be glorious, glorious moment on Maranatha Convention grounds. We are inviting all our family members. We are expecting people that have passed through this ministry. Join us. Let's celebrate from Tuesday to Sunday. Each morning at 8, each evening at 6 p.m. In the afternoon, it's going to be workshops. God bless you. Let me see you and your congregation and your families. Stay blessed.
Every day on Ghana's roads, thousands of riders take to the streets to earn a living. But in just a few seconds, one mistake can change your life forever. Motorcycle crashes are rising, and riders remain among the most vulnerable road users. The truth is, Many of these accidents can be prevented.
Ride safe, check your bike, wear your helmet, overtake wisely, obey the rules, get licensed with DVLA and register with PCSRC.
With discipline, with training, and with respect for road safety. Soon on MBN TV, you would hear real stories, real lessons, and real solutions.
You are the hero for your family and your passengers. Your life matters. Stay in the game. Stay alive. Join the Ride for Life campaign, spearheaded by MBN TV.
MBN, the Gospel, News and Entertainment.
Hi, welcome to Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth. Our serene environment and cozy rooms provides a pleasant stay. To book a room with us, call 055-5940-103 and 0241-972076. Locate us at Teshinungwa Estate, number 8 Coconut Street, directly behind A-Life Supermarket. Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth.
Yarentia kese Africa Realistic Company the bread Ghana na yahwefo nyina yakofa nnuro wanwaso Zahara Mixture, Zahara G Herbal Capsules, Zahara Man Herbal Capsules ana Hindi Herbal Mixture. Infections be na how say ye bacteria ye fungal na viral infection bia Zahara Mixture na ni G Herbal Capsules ni betu na sekora oba woni atenka kope Zahara Mixture ana ni G Capsules ibi na boost libido no to its highest level. Zahara Mixture and Zahara G Herbal Capsules a drain no a chain moja draw cra because they contain hemoglobin and iron. I also boasie si onipadua ema okala correct me esesa. Oba opeso fire phone. Onkoto Zahara Mixture and ni G Herbal Capsules ibi. Ebe boa pa. Be man so a wanya low sperm count. Ulcers na how any type of ulcer bia no we use Zahara Mixture and any G capsules na ebe boa afọ ba obu ni nsa ote yawa nkasa kope Zahara Mixture and any G Herbal Capsules no ye wo Hindi Herbal Mixture no so boa tu a treat malaria asekwara o asi kire yare anase bujamroso na hawa na ebe boa ama onipadua no esisi ne ho so nkasa na jiwa fisa ho haw ni nyina nso mu yesa wo Zahara Man Herbal Capsule eno nso de wusisi eya wo ya wo ya ntenase adwuma anase bema wo ye 2 minutes man wo kombema sisi enu waje ma me say Zahara Man Herbal Capsules na ebe boa wo se nwo we nyina busu wo man mu herbal pharmacy ana chemical shop bia frame ewo 0246 348334 anase 0248569335.
Karen's Herbal. My sister to no hospital. I can see any moon get for and 1,000, 2,000 and I say for. Now me cry me a young girl, 25, 26 years. Into me women, I'm a jai briar. But just I me 3 months, 6 months. Now me movements. I'm a cashier doctor and not sure me so. Ebe poor me. Now I'm pan so. Enti I'm me koto too no. Zahara Mixture and the capsules no 2. And I'm in the start say me no me say be 2 times but I'm say en so ashase gugu me and I'm say be na 3 days time Mr. Bumensa me say so bi anka me Bumensa the last time me Bumensa last year September and na this month me Bumensa just say enya small flow heavy flow ankasa obi ana eze hormonal imbalance o cyst o infection o e de ben de be just say me nkwa ya le bebre doctor but me bisa sa de me nkwa de aden nanso nyankopon and I'm current stick for so and mo do Zahara Mixture and G capsules. Infection no, dear Ben, you'll be beer, instead Madame Wansepa, current stick, Nami Shram, Mwabwame, with less than 200 cedis. Metimia Sam, where Yariam and Tommy, Amenia Jem and Hope, Yamin Shamopa.
Oh, gonorrhea, as a minimum nurse, as I turning to syphilis, cause no commission in my war panny bear 4 times. In Kumasi, I'm a coom, and I'm a down for you, tall, Bako, and or tall capsules, and so Bako green and Bako becoming. Men normally Tuesday, I did Wednesday, now I'm using half a shit, and I'm saying from so very, very nice. Miss Mark, I say, the whole crowd to me, and I'm normally Tuesday, in area, grooving in a messiah course this year and Friday. As an Indian, wow, hard, very nice. Look, I said, school, next year, 5, Mamma to be mamma, and I may last year with me, and I may last year with me, maybe my mom, like more, I may put on 5,
not the DPO, because check here, now I say I was through, and to me, doctor, number, I was show, and I'm a fire, and I'm a told you. To me, fire, and I'm a flower, now, which I'm said, and to me, no one, and who say, since I have about me, we be a mufa, and I'm not saying to be our DP, on more than unknown to be a yepa, a drove papa, sugar, and I have it. So, to also, mental was on the back of 5. We saw first one, second one, not me sugar, no, was so crack, but they started sending me to my bathroom. The better I said, don't be fine. This will be at the amount, so it could be all sugar, near don't to be tried. So don't need the Yamia to my fine.
Me Baba was 20 years. On your offer, almost 5 years to me. My son, no, the doctor me who so if me who was in the summer, me for number. Me feel I want to ask me for Zahara, Minton in Syria, and I'm in to find in Cajon. And I'm a story and I'm a man, or Doctor Nami for that you are Moja, and say, want to me, or status of one word, no, more than in a jai, then singing in a jai. Doctor Yamisha, Yamina, okay, see, I don't want to cry. I want to call them to Bakuno to my mother and said, Master, one of the Fianca Tobacco count, the continuing two. Make up a tobacco, Bakuno plan, some pro, after the man mentioned Jai, will never do the moon in Jai.
Nam and 9 tatai, the Cojin Ruben Numia, and Yashi, Kaya, Netata, oh, Mena Tata, Burobea, Busumi, Yakura. I want to make a picture of Cradao. It's my sister, Bino, see you, a quarter, Obia, and a Dubi Sahala, so autonomy, a yeman, and Yamenko tries a Begina, or a Benjamin Nina, and a Yaria Bakune woman, me warrior from Yadia, me wo pipi, me war a feature Yadia, and a desire they were Minya, slow kukura, Adumana mamma, so it's Menana Sina, a sensing, and the other Swana, Menana, so home, I pay my yebia, my force with my paha, my baby, draw, draw a cat, yeah, no catch them, and say, Menkoto Sahala, and no more share. It's a toba, Kunam and Numayeno. I sign, no who's a Menana short, and I'm saying, Massato, and I'm Sato, they say Menana, one dear, Nina, and Mamma Joshua, Juice on Subos, I yellow, the sun can't be a chukra, Missimi Church, I promised me that I know. Santa made the young natural, number the Diamenea, trip for natural, with Sampa, and Nana Chitia, yes, a year drone yet, so call me Yamno Cra, Messia Hameno, and no cry, drone me Numian, me Yamno Naka Fessy, a shed to say will be a yabomi biama, Fushen, a show inside, me home, Dick to a ben before I am, me starting no more drone, standing none,
Hello, are you building your dream home, office, and now project? You need the best stone to make it stand out. Say a pattern papa I busy, I would the ma abo phone kwana ubemu. And one flower stone works. What I had say, you was stone type of it to say.
Sakura cotton stones,
Cotton shears, Crobber cotton brown, sheer granite grey, clippy cotton stones, Crobber cotton black, and a breaking shears. Flower stone works delivers a durability, beauty, and style. Na yet so your boss say ewe ye jumum emani dimu ankasa. I mean, one stone at a time. Wo bet me afre wa machu for isu 0555 512 995. Me see susu beam 0555 512 995.
Flower stone works.
Beauty is money.
and you wonder where hope has been. Close your eyes, be still, don't fear. There's a whisper you've been waiting to hear.
The floodwaters may have receded, but for thousands of families, the pain remains. Homes have been destroyed, dreams have been washed away, children have been displaced. Many are struggling to find food, clean water, clothing, and a safe place to sleep. But in this difficult moment, help is still possible. Mega Broadcasting Network present MBN Cares, Save a Life Flood Appeal, a humanitarian call to support victims of the recent flood across Ghana. We are appealing to individuals, churches, businesses, and all well-meaning Ghanaians to step forward now. Your support can provide food, clean water, medicine, and emergency relief to families in urgent need. You can make your donation at the MBN TV Donation Center on the 10th Avenue Extension, Greater Estate, Nungwa at Dogono, or via mobile money on Aphrodite Multimedia Limited, merchant number 282515, or call our dedicated donation hotline 0537158638 for assistance. No amount is too small, because today your kindness can save a life. MBN Cares, Save a Life Flood Appeal. Donate now and give hope where it is needed most.
Every shadow has an ending place. Every wound can become a place of grace. Even now, beneath the endless sky, a brighter tomorrow is joy.
Hallowed be your name.
May you never be among the Christians that are wicked.
And yet, it's a side Christian.
They see people that need help. They will never help you. To God be the glory. We invite you to be with us this Wednesday and every Wednesday, because Wednesday is worship and word service, what we call ministry service. Anybody that want to do something for God, you want to offer your life for God to be used, and you want proper training and learning and teachings, Wednesday is for you. And I'm inviting you, especially wherever you are watching this from, Wednesday, let it be a major service that you are going to learn how to be used of God mightily in that house of God while you are alive. Look, if you are looking for any information, call the numbers, and we want to encourage you. Avail yourself. There's one thing Jesus told his disciples, which is you and me. You can gain the whole world. If you lose your soul, it's nothing. And I want to encourage you, be part of Wednesday ministry service. God bless
What did you dear? Mary Medro CB Men's Capsules. And you may use Madama Bohobio CB Men's Capsules by dear. What 2 points?
I don't know. You're very good. Say that I'm sorry, I'm to intend to do so. He said, we need you so we are Arabia House to be credible.
Say to say, my yes, you dear CB Women's Capsules. A year if it's a woman, you won't feel so. Hey!
CB Women's Capsules with the Ajo.
Also, CB Men's Capsules, Ajo.
Susiana.
Ghana man, member, Damase.
Our pharmacy, chemical, ni herbal shops ni name. To form Fresh Susie Herbal Center 0247 111671 and 0246 578750. CB Men and Women Capsules.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hello, welcome to Serenity Haven Spa. This is your reminder to pause. At Serenity Haven Spa, we don't just do treatments, we create calm, premium spa experiences here in Accra. You deserve rest, Book your glow today. Here at Serenity Haven Spa, we provide services like massages, pedicure, manicure, body scrub, facial, waxing, acrylic nails with beautiful designs. We are located at Oyarifa. You can call or WhatsApp us on 054 163 9802. 054 163 9802. We can't wait to see you all. Bye.
MBN Jasuni from me Ejahima. So uba MBN Jasua from 0245 88 2128. MBN Jaso coming home na yendi eja at the right place.
Me jinemu e dia ma eje me do Madina market aha no ye frɛ ha petit lome na kyerɛ sɛ entome bi a wopɛ bia sɛ ye ntuma ye pam nko ade uba ha ubenya bi wa ha mama salo e na oyɛ petit lome no o hwehwɛ petit lome a eye mama salo
yo madam wasi bebre sɛ mo akai petit lome a elede mo ba besra mo a small lome inti bibi ope we he bia ebi wo ha there was school uniforms ye two wedding materials laces ye were GTP ye were Holland ye were mebo abrochire ye were bonure kente ye were yentuma ye were printers ye were nemu de bebre ye were jeans materials
na che say obi pebie tu na say
pese o tu bibia na oba petit lomea
nti obi hwe ye free FBI emfa ne say techi mane ade na opebie tu bia eno an say wa
frɛ me mia na mekoye sanema we amede kyerɛ no nyina mia na mekoye edeba
mama salo say obi pese ofrɛ na oba ha number ben sa no betumi afrɛ
the numbers ne 0244 78 3090
of my heart, I give you praise for the things you have done for me in my life.
For 30 remarkable years, Maranatha Power Ministries International has been changing lives, transforming communities, and spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ across the nations. From drilling clean water wells for deprived communities to establishing schools that shape future generations. From medical missions that restore hope to Christmas outreaches that bring joy.